The Mr. Beast exposing train has not ended, ladies and gentlemen. We have another video calling out the shady business practices of Mr. Beast. This one comes to us from a YouTuber named Ty, and just for simplicity reasons, I'm going to call him a quote-unquote employee of Mr. Beast. When we get further into the video, you'll understand why I say that. The video opens up with Ty receiving an email saying that thank you for submitting your info to our casting team, when he says he never submitted any info to the Mr. Beast casting team. At this point in the video, Ty, he does a big oopsie. He messes up. If you guys looked at the top of the email, he got it from Dylan and the last name is blurred out. In the video, he says he has it blurred out so he does not leak any of his personal information, and then I kid you not, literally like a minute later, he unblurs it for a second.
So this is the first email I ever got from a guy named Dylan. I can't say his last name, so it will be blurred out for the rest of the video because I just don't want to give out his personal like PI information. Want to pay attention to. What we want to pay attention to is the second paragraph.
Bro literally had one job and he messed that up. The worst part of all of this is earlier in the video, he literally says,
but I know one thing, and that one thing is I'm good at editing and I'm great at creating ideas.
He literally says, I know one thing and I'm great at editing, and then makes one of these stupidest editing mistakes I've ever seen. No, it's not that serious, and I thought it was just a little funny, so I threw it in the video. Now we can get back on topic. Eventually, after emailing back and forth with Dylan, he was invited to a couple calls. He met Dylan and a couple other people that work for Mr. Beast. Eventually after that, he was invited for a vibe check. Yes, I am not joking when the email literally says vibe check. He's gonna fly down to North Carolina for 3 days. He's gonna basically explain his ideas and they're gonna brainstorm and come up with prompts.
I'd like for you to come in for 3 days at some point next week. I've got a recruiting coordinator, Leslie, CC'd on this email. She will help you figure out the days which you can make it and handle your travel arrangements. Now, this is the most important email of all. What they want me to do is to do 2 video prompts. Attached, you will find 2 video prompts. Pick one that inspires you the most and document and write out how you envision it. Really let your creativity flow and assume everything is possible. So in each of these prompts, one of them is the world's most dangerous trap room and the other is 24 hours to spend $1 billion. I went with the world's most dangerous trap room.
So he picked his prompt. Now he's going to write it up and he's going to send it in to the guys and he's going to see what they say.
In the second variation of the Squid Games, I say Mario style, floating obstacle course. Instead of using floating blocks, which is impossible, we will use floating rack hoisted by 4 cranes. Floating rack hoisted 200 feet in the air. Each section of the obstacle course will change depending on the distance made. Start from one platform to another to advance. Safety harness will be eliminated due to the net underneath the platform.
Now the video moves on to his trip to North Carolina, where he meets with the team for his vibe check. There's a lot of information he threw in here that does not really pertain to the story, so I'm just going to skip over all of that. The first 2 days, most of the third day, I'm just going to skip over all of it because it doesn't really have to do anything with the story. He also talks about the studio structure and how there's 4 studios and they have a C1, C2, C3 and all this shit. But that really does not pertain to the story either. And we're going to get straight to the main part of this whole story. The reason why Mr. Beast is a thief.
Now we are getting to the part where you finally can understand why I'm so mad, so upset that I got scammed.
Look at all that editing right there. He can do all of that, but he can't blur a fucking name. All right, that's enough messing around. I'm clowning on him way too much for such a stupid little mistake. My bad.
This is the world's most dangerous obstacle course. So C1 has been working on this with me and the other guy, I don't know his name, and we're working on, like, as you can see, the intro, the hook, the money mechanic. Right here, we're looking at, this is the most important part, it's just rooms. When I saw rooms, when we were brainstorming rooms, I'm like, dang, okay, rooms. I just did a prompt on the world's dangerous trap rooms. This is perfect. I can do this. It doesn't exactly follow the obstacle course, so I can kind of use my room idea with this. This is a picture that I drew for this pitch for this idea. And I realized that, you know what, I couldn't do the floating block, so I wanted to make sure I can do it another way. So I had an idea of a truss with 4 cranes holding it up, and I wanted to be able to go across it.
Goes into a room that is an entire whiteboard. He says all the walls are whiteboards and there's markers there, and if you have an idea, you just quickly write it down. There he works together with the other 2 people and he comes up with all of these ideas. He draws up these diagrams and everything. He pitches the ideas to the higher ups and they love it. They said they love his idea and they say that this could have a budget of $1.7 million.
All right, so at this point, I've pitched my idea. They love it. They've set a date, they set a location, and now now they have a new renewed budget for this video, and everything's great. I'm so happy. Everything was perfect. I know about everything was literally perfect until I got home. And that's when everything started to happen. Unfortunately, we have decided not to move forward with your candidacy at this time. We really appreciate you coming out and vibing with us. We would consider you for a role like this in the future, but timing isn't quite right.
So Mr. Ty got completely bamboozled by Mr. Beast and his team, helping the team come up with everything, draw out a diagram, give out all his ideas. He worked so hard, and in return, he gets completely cut from the project and does not get a job. No credit, no job, no payment, nothing.
I didn't say anything at all. Not a single word until I saw this on Twitter. Just uploaded the most insane video we've ever done. Go watch. Take a look at this picture. Take a good hard look at this picture. Does that remind you of anything you've seen so far? Does it remind you of anything you've seen remotely close to it? Or does it look like the exact same thing that I drew? The exact same thing that I pitched? Everything. Do you want to know how much I got paid for that? Zero. I didn't get paid a single dime.
They also say that they're limited on roles, which makes sense because Tyson and his army of 43 children that he has locked up in his basement, they're all on the payroll, so they're taking up all the spots and there's none left for Ty. But in all seriousness, he does go on later in the video to talk about how people were there for the same exact thing as him. There was a lot of people. Some of them were on their third day, some of them on their second day, some of them on their first day. He said people were going in and out, in and out, in and out. This is a constant cycle that Mr. Beast and his team does with people. Invite them, get their ideas, make them draw up their plans, do all the work, and then cut them out of the project. Don't pay them anything, don't give them any credit.
They weren't available or able to give at the time, yet they had many people go in and out, in and out. On my second day, there was like a different group that I saw the day before, and then they were on their last day, and then on my last day there was a group of people that was their first day. You're trying to tell me you didn't have any positions at all, yet you had all those people.
All in all, this is a really messed up situation. Good old Ty got tricked by Mr. Beast and his team, went there, gave all his ideas, and then got cut out of the project, got no credit, got no money, got completely screwed over. This probably happened to so many other people in the past as well. He does mention that he has a part 2 and that he could potentially get sued if he does make that video, so he doesn't want to. So I'm excited to see what he has in store with that video, if it ever comes out. But of course, if you guys hit the subscribe button, I will keep you updated. Before we end off this video, Mr. Editor himself, the one and only Ty, made one last mistake. Mr. Ty tried to open a GoFundMe and have people send him money if they believed his story and wanted to support him. His goal was to try and reach $1.7 million. The budget that was for the intro of the video that he created. He wanted to try and make that from everybody donating to him because he believes that he is owed that money. Now, at the time of recording this video, the GoFundMe is taken down, as you can see in this comment right here. He took it down himself. He realized it was a bad idea. People clowned on him. It got bad. It did raise $445. We're really closing in on that 1.7 million. We're gonna get there soon. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got to get to 1.7 million subscribers. We're currently sitting at 2, so we really just need a couple more and we'll be able to make it. If his part 2 ever does drop, I will make a video on it, so I will keep you guys updated. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.
Is it really enough? Giving my heart and my soul, but still don't feel like enough. Feeling inadequate, still getting after it. Trust me, the feeling is tough. Feeling is rough. Hold on a second, I'm thinking too much. Really wanna flow like water, but I don't drink it enough. Spending more time with my daughter. Really enjoying the innocence. Teaching her mind omnipotence. All of the things I've never been taught.